Record.
We're here as a consultant team to inform you, the client, Zoe's Boutique, on the benefits of installing a POS system. Members of our team are Santasia Brown, Mary Beth Anderson, James Granger, Christina Hay, Matthew Kay, and myself, Anna Hardy. Now, Zoe's Boutique, first of all, we know that you began as a family furniture business and that you later developed into a clothing store. We know you have 2 locations, one in Southfield Shopping Center, which is in Shreveport, and one on East Texas Street, which is in Bossier City. We know you plan to remain a fixture of the community, so the challenge for you is to improve your sales, track your inventory, and grow your customer base. We feel that a POS system is going to be the biggest benefit for this company. So we put together a PowerPoint presentation that will focus on the areas that you need most improvement on. Thank you.
Right now, Zoe's Boutique is facing some company issues due to inadequate inventory tracking. Currently, items are being ordered after they've already been depleted. And as you all know, customers don't respond well to this and they see it as poor service. It's a missell and it's hurtful to clientele relationships, which is very important in this type of business because you are so specialized. Customers get frustrated, as you well know, and they often decide to not come back to the store or go to a new boutique. And this also would help for trends to be more easily purchased for. You can, in a POS system, you can see how much is being sold of certain items. You can follow your trends more quickly. Right now, we just see the trends and order the items, and oftentimes, like, we run out of the trending items. And so if we had this system, we could see what's selling more of, we could order it in time, we could see the items that are decreasing in sales and know not to reorder those items. Without a POS system, we are also not making the most efficient use of time. If we had a POS system, customer service can be greatly improved. Customers we would have more on-floor time to work with the customers. Sales transactions right now are all on handwritten tickets with a basic register and a basic additional credit card terminal. Time is precious to people. We have a lot of people who shop on their lunch breaks. So if we had a more efficient register processing system, people would feel more confident. It's also more secure with their credit card information, which would help them feel more confident in us using their credit card. We wouldn't have to take personal information from them like we currently do. Customers also appreciate time spent with them on the floor, helping them gain better knowledge of the trends that are coming and going, and also having assistance with helping them pick out outfits and things. And so we would have more time to work with individual customers and less time spent on checking people out. There's also more control over money tracking for the business as a whole. Any type of report can be run at the punch of a few buttons. Item prices are currently entered manually into the register, which also slows down time. And with the POS system, you could see when your best-selling months are, when your least-selling months are, and you could incorporate how to sell more during those months.
One reason behind the current slow growth that Zoe's is experiencing is the lack of their customer base expanding. They're currently using a low-grade customer relationship management system, and they do not offer a customer loyalty program. In order for Zoe's to have the potential of growth, at every point of sale, they should ask each customer for their email address and phone number. The implementation of a POS system will improve Zoe's CRM system, allowing them to be more organized. They will no longer need to write customer information down and go back later and enter it into the database that will already be in the system. You never know when a lead could come in handy or when they would want to place an order. So they should always have their contact information available. A POS system will also let Zoe's track their customers, which will help them to know more about them, who they are, and what they like to shop for. For example, when a customer comes into the store, the salesperson could go ahead and suggest to them the item they purchase on a regular basis. This would give Zoe's the upper hand, which could form a bond and build a long-term relationship. Zoe should offer a unique loyalty program and make sure that each customer has a chance to be registered. The loyalty program should be unique to Zoe's customers. They should let them know that they will be receiving emails with special offers, such as buy one, get ones and 50% off, and also the news of when the next big sale is. It would be pertinent for Zoe to follow through with each customer and do what they are expecting from them. The customers who are members should receive monthly updates from the loyalty program, letting them know how many points they've earned and what they can receive in rewards. Zoe's especially should make sure the customers know what they can receive at that next level. This will encourage them to buy more. For those who are registered only for the special offer but not with the loyalty program, they should receive emails elaborating on the benefits of being a member of Zoe's unique loyalty program. With the implementation of this new POS system, it will allow for Zoe's to stay connected with their customers and build up their customer base.
All right, again, my name is Matt Kay. I'd like to thank the Zoe's boutique owners for having us out. These are recommendations that we spent time looking into, so if you would, we spent a great amount of time into it, if you'll just listen to this. Our first recommendation is that Zoe's switch over to a POS system of registers. This will help with not only the operations aspect of the company, but as well as the logistics aspect of the company. It's put more of an in-depth inventory control into the system, which will save money, and in fact, it'll help you make more money. With that, the most important benefit of the POS system is the inventory controls that are set in place. Here are the 6 logistical benefits to using POS. The first one is the up to the minute inventory tracking. With that, if a customer brings you up, say a dress, and they ask you, hey, do you have any more of these at your Shreveport store? Or, do you think you'll be getting more of these in? You'll be able to scan the barcode on the item and be able to tell right then and there, yeah, I have 2 of these on stock, I have 1 back in the stock room, and the Shreveport store has 3. The next one is you'd have a basic stock level of merchandise. So as soon as that item is paid for in the register, it'll trigger it in the inventory system saying, hey, you went from 3 down to 2. You might want to go ahead and consider reordering it. It'll send an email to the store director. After this, the store director will make a decision, hey, it's more time to order more stock, or I can let it ride for a couple more weeks. We haven't sold any of this for 3 or 4 months. And at that point, you would consider ordering more. This will help cut down on the cost of ordering a whole lot of inventory and not being able to sell. Like say for Black Friday, you can go back to your Black Friday sales from the past few years and say, hey, I sold a bunch of this last year. I may want to bump up my inventory for this, see how it happens. You don't have, it takes the guesswork out of it. It's more of a controlled environment. Then the 4th thing is having the product for the customer in a timely manner. It's embarrassing if you're out of a product for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, and then you all of a sudden realize, hey, I'm out of this product. Where is it? Then when was the last time I sold it? With this POS system, like I said, up to the minute tracking. The 5th one is reducing shrink by utilizing a computer for inventory. Shantasia will say more about this whenever it comes around her turn, but basically with shrink is one of the #1 killers in the retail environment. Up to 2 to 8% of your total sales for the year can be shrink. Also, the sixth recommendation is that there'll be itemized receipts for returns. Once you scan the item, it'll bring up the price, and you'll be able to tell, okay, this $12.99 right here, that was for the scarf. The $3.99 was for the socks. You'll be able to more accurately return it, as well as, order more in the future, see what the customer bought. Second set of recommendations are for the operations, the benefits for the operations. First one, ease of accessibility for the cashiers. This will help increase their morale, which is very great because the cashiers spend a whole lot of time on the registers instead of hanking in the prices that are probably handwritten on, trying to trust somebody's handwriting to say $6.99, which could be $9.99 or 99 cents. It takes the guesswork out of that. Will also reduce shrink because all they have to do is scan the UPC and it automatically picks up the price. From there, the item databases will allow for the instant price as well as be able to tell when you have more coming in. Such there will be less payroll spent on ordering products. If you spend a whole lot of time on ordering products and taking a full inventory and handwriting everything down, you can spend hours on not only payroll, but as well as merchandising budget, taking care of us. And you'll also spend less on merchandising budget because you won't overorder as much. With this, you'll increase sales and you'll have more product availability. And the cost of the POS system, as you can see, is about $15,000, and the maintenance is about 12 to 18% of the cost will be the maintenance. So it'll be an extra $2,250 for the first year. For the second year, it'll be $1,800 that it'll cost you. Third year, be $2,250. Fourth year, be $2,700. This is basic POS system, but it has all the functionality that a small business needs. And as you can see, the prices are well below 1% of your yearly sales. So it's, in the long run, it'll pay off. I believe the estimates that we have is that year one, you'll pay for it completely, and you'll start paying for itself by year 4, that $2,700 mark. And with that, I can introduce the next one. It will be the second part of the recommendations.
First, before utilizing a CRM system, you should think carefully about what do you want to gain out of the system, and I have 6 steps that you can follow. The first step is know your business strategy and key outcomes you want to achieve. Know whether you're trying to keep up with the bigger businesses, whether you're trying to just grow a new clientele, whether you're trying to, just get a better business for your company. The second one is know your customers' wants and needs. With retail nowadays, there's different styles and different trends and things like that. And you have different customers that, ask for those things. So you want to keep up with the trends so when your customers come, you have the merchandise. The third is appreciate relationships the customer has with your business. You always want your customers coming back. You always want them to tell people about your business so they can come. You always want that. Number 4 is properly manage customer relations. With that, similar to what Matt was speaking about the POS system, you want to be able to keep track of your customers, and so you'll be able to send them, coupons and things like that. Number 5 is sales associates need to make sales happen. You always want the merchandise on hand. You never want to tell a customer, we're out of this product. It may be in next week or whatnot. You always want you always want to make that sale. You always want to get that business. Number 6 is build a business system that gains new clients and projects and yet maintains the current client base. Similar to what I just said earlier, you always want to gain new clients and also keep the clients that you have, always. Okay? I also have some facts about the CRM system that will be beneficial to your company. You have client management, which I just mentioned earlier about keeping track of your client database, new clients, keeping track of in the computer so you'll be able to send them coupons, let them know when you're having a sale, let them know about events that you may have going on within your company and things like that. Okay, number 2, you have the ability to track the profitability of the company with an improved booking system and financial reporting. you know, with any company, you never want to break even. You want to keep track of your sales, and you know, you always have a mindset of building your company. You always want to make money for your company. You always want to introduce new customers to your company and things like that. Sales strategy. Great for small businesses in that you don't want to lose income on targeting the wrong customer. Like I mentioned earlier again, you always want to keep track of the trends and know who you're targeting. Like for instance, certain stores target older women. Well, they're not going to sell tube tops in an older people's store because that's not who they're targeting. In a store such as Zoe's, they're going to, you know, target conservative type of teenage girl. Okay, the next is customer service improvement. You want to, like I said, keep track of your inventory because a customer doesn't want to come to the store and, you know, ask for a certain piece of merchandise and you might not have it, and then they go buy it from a different store. Then they say that, you know, I don't like Zoe's. They never have my merchandise. They never have what I'm looking for. You always want to keep that on hand because you always want to keep your customers coming back. The next is provide the most accurate information quickly to better serve customers. With this system, all of your information will be in the computer, and every time a transaction is occurred, it will, you know, get sent to your database or whatnot. So you always have the information on hand. You can also download. I know there are certain apps that you can download onto your phone, and you can always have that information on hand any time of the day. Okay. This chart right here is some information that we gathered about your company, about the total shrinks that you had within last year. Okay, and we've seen that out of $376,000 worth of sales, you had a 8% shrink. And with our system, we can guarantee that that can drop down to 2%. So that will be very good for your company. Also, the system that we're trying to suggest to you is a good system for small businesses. It can grow within your company. It's great for keeping track of all much needed information like customer information, sales information, inventory. And you will definitely see all around results.
Hi, so I'm Trey Grande. Thank you for letting me present this to you this evening. Our team's come up with a conclusion for you. We've worked hard, we've done a lot of research, and we're real grateful that you're giving us an opportunity to give you some advice. You've got a great company, you've got some great employees. I've met one of them, and I know you have a loyal customer base. Right now our conclusion, Zoe's Boutique basically has a lot of potential to capitalize in the local market. Their sales, while you've been gradually increasing, you're poised to increase exponentially with the implementation of a POS system and a new CRM system. The use of a more efficient CRM system will allow Zoe's Boutique to maximize potential for revenue. The startup cost will initially be great, okay? But the payoffs are going to be substantial. For the sake of competitive advantage, CRM is going to be a necessity. Now, I don't need to tell you what CRM is important for, but I'm going to a little bit. Your Salesforce automation, it's just going to step up your whole game of who you're talking to and what you're doing. Your Salesforce is going to have your inventory stacked. Everything is going to be ready for your customers when they get there. Your customer service support, because you're tracking them, this is going to automatically put in a set of guidelines and tools that's just going to allow you to further your business and really push you over the edge. You've got great clothes there. You've got great boots, great jackets. What you need now is to be able to control your customer base. You need to be able to know what's going on. It's far more expensive to gain a new customer than it is to keep an already existing customer. And you have already great existing loyal customers. And then the few that are falling away, we're going to get them back for you. Anyway, take all these recommendations into your advice, and thank you for your time.